Hi YouTube, this is Rosemary. I've had a question and so I thought I'd answer it real fast. The question is, this particular person knows that I've been going through a lot of stress with everything that's been going on in my life, and anyway, so she wanted to know, how do I deal with overeating when you're stressful? And that was a very good question. I commented to her and I wasn't able to do a video. My husband and I celebrated 8 years of marriage yesterday, so celebrate for us. Congratulations to me and my husband, Blue Eyes. Oh, not to get off track, but thank you, Misty. I got my cup. I love it. I know I put it on Facebook, but this is the cup that Misty sent me. I love coffee. And I go back and forth from this cup to the other cup that I have that has hugs on it because my husband got me that cup, so he's very partial to it. He loves that I use his cup. But anyway, so the stress question is this. I want you to stop and think. First of all, I want you to know that I'm not perfect. None of us are. And that we all have stress in our life. And we've all, anybody that you're watching on video, that are making videos about weight loss, can tell you that we all go back and tend to eat because we're stressed. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just something that we're going to do because that's where we got used to. That's who we were. Again, the question was for me, so I'm going to answer it the way I would answer it. And yes, I've had those moments. In my case, I have to think, Rosemary, are you angry? Deal with the anger. Rosemary, are you thirsty? You could be thirsty. I bet you haven't had enough water, and I have to think about it. Oh yeah, you're right. I've had 2 cups of coffee and no water. I'm not hungry. I need to drink something, right? Are you sad? Could something make you laugh? Could you go watch a video? Can someone make you laugh today? I love it. When I honestly write to you guys and say thank you for making me laugh today, or thank you for my smile, I honestly needed it. And I believe that it was perfect timing. God just gives it to me at the perfect timing. And I know that you know what I'm talking about because I've gotten those smiles and I've gotten those laughs from you guys. And so what's another way? Anyway, I ask those questions before I sit down to have my comfort food. Now, I know that the person that asked me this question is probably thinking, I'm not talking about overeating, you know, good stuff. I'm talking about it like Cheetos and probably candy and, I don't know, maybe comfort food. I don't know. I'm a good cook, so you're talking about, my comfort food was, you know, good country greasy food. So what I do is my mindset has changed. Again, I'm not perfect. I have sat down, but you're only going to be able to hold so much food at a time. But you have to think, am I going forward with my weight loss surgery, you know, diet, whatever you want to call it, life change, or am I going backwards? Because I can do that. I can either step forward to where I want to go, or I'm going to make it go step backwards. Because they say that if you eat badly, you usually see it on the scale in 2 days. Well, I can almost tell you I'm going to see it the next day. But ask yourself those questions. Am I thirsty? Am I sad? Am I angry? How can I deal with these situations? Could I go and watch a video to encourage me to exercise? You know, your body's going to tell you what you need. And do you have fruit in your house? Do you keep fruit in your house? Go to the natural sugars. Don't go to the processed foods. You know, make those choices if you're going to overindulge. Make at least good choices, or at least try. I told at the meet and greet, when I said my talk, I said, look, you get your monthly once a month. So You're allowed that once a month indulgence, and it would be for me a bag of Cheetos. But I know I'm not going to go buy the 99-cent one. I'm going to buy the little, you know, the one that you put in the sandwich, and you know, in your lunchbox, because I will overeat them suckers. And my husband already knows if I'm craving that, he'll go get me one bag. But I won't make him. I mean, he will not buy me. He's done it before, where he buys like 4 for $1 or whatever they were, and I go, no. If you do that, then I'll eat 4 bags. So there's a way to stop the overeating, but you've got to deal with the core. Deal with the stress first. A lot of times I've noticed that my thing is I get nervous and I want to do something. So for me, the easiest thing for me to do is exercise. For me, the easiest thing is to pick up the phone and call somebody that I can trust, and or I tend to not want to talk to anybody. You know, that got me into trouble. But when I'm under a lot of stress, I tend to not want to talk. I close in, and my sister can't even get it out of me sometimes. So I apologize for that, but that's who I am. And I can only be me, and you can only be you. And but those are the things that I have learned in my journey, and I can only tell you what I've learned in my journey, and it is a journey. And we've got to remember that we're walking away from the bad habits and going into some good habits. And if you can learn those good habits and keep them with you, that's a good tool to keep. I like to go back to like Tamika's videos. I don't know if everybody knows Tamika. She's a lap bander. I love her advice. She hasn't made any recent ones, but I love her advice. Tamika, her YouTube is a new me. I'll write it. I'll write it in a bubble around me somewhere. But anyway, I like to go to her videos. You know, when I need to be encouraged to exercise, I go to Wendy, or right now I'm going to Mackenzie a lot. You know, Sally-Cabernetqueen, she's got some really good sound advice. So you've got your favorites, I know you do, and you need to, you know, be encouraged. Be encouraged by watching them. And sometimes I just need to laugh. Sometimes I just need a hug, and I'll go to my husband, or I'll go take a walk down and talk to Nedra, the lady that owns the ranch, and I hope I could help. I don't want to ramble, but even my sister, Connie-Quiltingconnieb, she's exercising, following the rules, losing weight. That encourages me. You know, that keeps me on the right path. And I know that the one that asked the question, I don't ever shout anybody out that asks me questions. Sometimes it's pretty personal, but I can tell you, sweetheart, that even when the stresses of all the stresses, you can always come on YouTube and find somebody that will have the answer somehow, some way. And I don't know if you believe in prayer. I do. Sometimes I just bow my head and just ask God to take away the pain. You know, life comes with pain sometimes. You know, it's just part of life. Again, I hope I could help. Leave me some messages, leave me some comments, let me know if I have. And you guys, make it a great week. I love you, and I'll be back. Bye for now.